Right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this month's webinar. I'm Katie. I'm one of the dietitians here at WTC, and today's topic is heart healthy diet tips for summer. So we'll just jump right in. We did do a similar video last year around this time on heart health. That was a little bit more about label reading, your cholesterol and triglyceride goals, heart healthy swaps. We'll be building off of those components. So I did link the YouTube here, and it'll also be in the bio. So feel free to definitely check that out if you're looking for a refresher there. Um, Today's agenda, though, we're going to be discussing something called metabolic syndrome. We're going to be discussing hacks for lowering LDL cholesterol and triglycerides, as well as tangible tips for your summer in order to stay healthy and well. So, what is metabolic syndrome, also seen as MET-S? So, it's a cluster of 5 conditions that leads to heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and other health issues. So, some of these cluster syndromes include elevated fasting glucose above 100. That's fasting, yep. And then low levels of HDL, that's that good cholesterol. For men, low is considered less than 40, and for women, low is considered less than 50. Triglycerides being high is another symptom, greater than 150. And then having a larger waist circumference can also be an indicator, greater than 40 inches for men and 35 inches for women. And then a higher blood pressure, anything considered above 130 or over 80. So if you have, a couple of these characteristics, it's definitely something to look into in regard to metabolic syndrome. And we actually do all of these physical components here in our clinic at your WTC annual physical besides the waist circumference. But we do have waist circumference measures. I have one on me somewhere. Um, that we can utilize. I don't know if you can see me in the camera, but we can use this during your visit or your nutrition appointment if interested. And your lab work results are always available in the patient portal. So always check those out and stay on top of your health parameters. So if you're thinking, oh, I think I might have metabolic syndrome. So what does this mean for me? Well, it is associated with something called insulin resistance, and this can be a precursor to diabetes or prediabetes. So, talk to your primary care physician about obtaining a hemoglobin A1C test. We don't do them here, we just do the fasting glucose. So, I always tell people you might want to mention this to your doctor and have them do an A1C. Anything above 5.7 indicates prediabetes, and if it's in the 6.5 and above range, it could even be type 2 diabetes. It is also good to always follow up with your primary care anyway. And if you do have a family history or your own personal history of altered lab values, it's good to see a cardiologist to discuss management of hypertension and hyperlipidemia in terms of medications. But know that metabolic syndrome can be treated with diet and lifestyle, and that's why we're here. So, if you say, all right, I want to make some changes, but where do I begin? We always say start simple. I always start with people's beverages. So we take it back to basics. And basically, I always tell people keep in mind that the American Heart Association recommends consuming less than 36 grams of added sugar per day for men and 25 grams of added sugar for women. So in reference, a teaspoon is about 4 grams. So or a sugar packet. Um, so just keep that in mind. So I want you guys to think about how many grams of total sugar are in 16 fluid ounces of each beverage. So here we have peach Snapple. We have a 16.9 fluid ounce Coke. They don't even sell these sizes anymore. They're usually 20 ounces. This is Mott's 100% apple juice, Minute Maid lemonade. This is a medium Dunkin' vanilla iced coffee with cream and a Gatorade. This is a small iced coffee. A medium is 24 ounces, a small is 16. So keep that in mind. So the Snapple has 39 grams of sugar. The Coca-Cola has 39 grams of sugar, so same as the Snapple. The apple juice has 56 grams of sugar. The Minute Maid lemonade has 57 grams of sugar. The iced coffee has 37 grams of sugar, and the Gatorade has 26 grams of sugar. So That's a lot of sugar. So a lot of people might have thought the Coke might have been the most, but it's actually technically the apple juice or the lemonade. Now, the apple juice we do need to talk about because it's technically not added sugar, it's natural sugar, but it's still a lot of sugar. 56 grams a day is a lot. And I'd much rather you have an apple or have a smaller amount of juice, like 4 ounces instead of a 16 fluid ounces. Either way, it's very hard for the liver and pancreas to digest this at one time. It can dump, into the system, and then that can raise our blood sugars. Gatorade is not a healthy choice. So for the summer, think about G0, and we do have some other alternatives later in the slides. So some better options, like I said, Pure Leaf, like an unsweetened iced tea. If you go to a restaurant, you can always add your own sugar. We love the hint water because it has a hint of flavor, no artificial sweeteners or in mystery ingredients. Any type of seltzer is great. So people think, oh, I can't have seltzer. No, you can. Absolutely. Zero sugar. There's no artificial sweeteners either. There's just some natural flavoring. So if you feel okay with that, these are all different brands. I always just say buy what's on sale. Some of my patients really enjoy Zevia. So this is a soda made from stevia. So it doesn't have that aspartame that Coke or excuse me, Diet Coke has. And then there's also Ultima, which is a electrolyte powder that you can add to your water, and they have all different flavors. I buy this at Whole Foods Market, and a little scoop goes a long way. And it uses stevia and beetroot to flavor it instead of real sugar or artificial sweeteners. And the Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Diet Snapple, etc. It's just that there's no very little to no evidence about how these affect us long term. So it's not clear if artificial sweeteners improve people's diets or have any health benefits. So as more research, is needed to talk about these, but definitely try and avoid these beverages here. The sugary beverages, that's the first step for heart healthy summer. Um, and you might say, okay, well, what about alcohol? So let's talk about it. So the dietary guideline for Americans recommend limiting alcohol to less than 2 drinks a day for men and less than 1 drink a day for women. And what is a drink considered? It's a 12-ounce beer. That's 5% alcohol by volume. A darker beer, like a malt liquor, 8 ounces. A 1.5-ounce spirit or 5 ounces of wine. But either way, alcohol does impact our liver's ability to digest and absorb other nutrients, which can lead to weight gain and fatty liver over time. So still be careful about alcohol. Always have water in between your cocktails this summer. But if we're thinking about, some alternatives, we can see the little baby here. He says, no, officer, I swear too drunk, I'm not God. Healthier alternatives in moderation still. We could talk about red wine. Remember, 5 ounces is the goal. A Bloody Mary actually is just vodka and tomato juice, so you get some benefits there from the tomatoes. The margarita or a mojito made from scratch, so with less simple syrup. If you're at a restaurant, you can always say hold the simple or order a skinny margarita or skinny mojito. Vodka soda, like a Tito's and soda with fresh lemon or lime. It's a great option. A martini with olives. Again, just one. Low calorie spiked seltzers. There's a lot of those out there these days. And then non-alcoholic low carb beer is also an option if you don't drink alcohol or you just want to enjoy the taste. Athletic Brewing Company is a brand that has very low carb beer. So you could try that one. Moving on to some LDL lowering hacks. So if you have high LDL, meaning greater than 130 and above, these are some hacks for you. Aside from medication management, you can increase your dietary fiber, specifically chia seeds. You can add them to your yogurt, oatmeal, cereals, smoothies. They have the benefit of being a healthy fiber, but also omega-3 fat, and they're really, really good for you. So throw them in. They're great for digestion as well. They slow down the absorption of things. They can help with bowel movements and hydration status because they hold water. They become gelatinous. You can also talk to your doctor about a citrus cell fiber supplement. Some people will take that to help lower their cholesterol as well. as, improved bowel movements, and citrusel is known to not add bloating. So, sometimes people will take, Metamucil or something like that. So you could take the citrusel and then work on increasing your fish intake. We do recommend about 2 servings a week of fatty fish. Tuna, salmon, anchovies, sardines are all great. I get asked a lot about wild caught versus farm raised. Wild caught is better for you. You can see that darker color there. If you don't like the taste of the wild caught, the farm raised is going to have some benefits, but you are, increasing your risk of having some unwanted preservatives and some things like that. So, if you can afford it and you enjoy the taste of the wild caught, definitely go for it. And then increasing your nut intake can be helpful. About a 1 ounce serving a day has been known to reduce LDL cholesterol. All nuts are good. We do recommend almonds as they are less calories per serving and have a good source of unsaturated fat, specifically monounsaturated fat. It's the same kind found in olive oil. Peanuts and cashews are a little bit higher in carb. Of course, avoid the candied pecans and walnuts with the sugar. But I've been loving the 100-calorie pack of Blue Diamonds, almonds. And then you can't really see it here, but they have a ton of flavored options like a wasabi, a salt and vinegar. They have all different flavors of honey smoked barbecue, and they really are low sugar, low salt. So loving the Blue Diamonds lately. I like the pre-portioned as well, so you can keep it to that 1 ounce because it is easy to go overboard with the nuts, and we tend to gain weight that way. So just be mindful, have it, but in a 1 ounce portion. Some more LDL lowering hacks is to watch your oils. So limit to about a 1 tablespoon when cooking with oil. You can use spray as well. Avocado oil, olive oil, and grass-fed butter are the fats that we recommend cooking with if you are going to use them. Grass-fed butter, same reason for wild caught, basically has a higher omega-3 content in it and better fat profile. So definitely love that Kerrygold unsalted. Some of you may already be using that, so that's great. Another hack is to add beans to your diet via chili, throw them onto a salad, or even try a black bean burger. I have linked an amazing black bean burger recipe in this presentation, so definitely check that out. And then peanut butter, you will find Amanda and I love to say have an apple with peanut butter, have an English muffin with peanut butter in the morning, add peanut butter to your oatmeal. We're talking natural peanut butter, okay? So not the Skippy with all the sugar and the hydrogenated oils. Regular peanut butter has those bad fats for you. Those are the kind that can actually harm your LDL cholesterol. So I recommend always going for the smoother, chunky, natural peanut butter. And there's a bunch of different brands out there. Teddy's seems to be pretty cost conscious. So definitely check that one out. But I just wanted to show you guys, it's hard to see here, but basically you can see this is regular peanut butter, reduced fat peanut butter, natural peanut butter. And then I put natural because we'll talk about it in a minute. It still does have some ingredients, but then there's the true natural peanut butter, which is just peanuts and salt. So we can see here how there's 190 calories, 190 calories. They're pretty much the same across the board. This one has 200 calories. The fat's about the same. This one has only 12 grams of fat because it's reduced fat peanut butter. But what you can see is where they took away the fat. This is only 12 grams. They added sugar. So we would need to be careful with that, and it's always good to look at the ingredients on a label, instead of just the nutrition facts, because we can see here this says it has fully hydrogenated vegetable oils, rapeseed and soybean. Not good for us. You can see here the first ingredient after peanuts is corn syrup solids in that reduced fat peanut butter, and then sugar, and then pea protein. It's too much. I do like the Jif Natural because it is a step in the right direction, and it still keeps that same consistency that we know and love with regular peanut butter. But you are gonna see a little bit of sugar there and some palm oil, but it's not hydrogenated, so that's better. But then you can see how this natural peanut butter here is just peanuts and salt. So definitely take that into consideration. All right, so get saucy with it, So condiments are a great way to add flavor to your food, especially if you're on a diet and you're trying to, you know, keep your um, keep your food healthy. So swap out sour cream for 0 to 2% Greek yogurt. You can also swap out those shelf-stable salad dressings for refrigerated or homemade salad dressings or vinaigrettes. That should say vinaigrette. Swap out French onion dip or ranch dip for guacamole or hummus. And there's also some yogurt-based French onion dips from Boar's Head that we're loving lately. And then if you're diabetic, we always recommend opting for low sugar barbecue sauce, ketchup, and mayo. So Trader Joe's has a sugar-free mayo. This Heinz tomato ketchup has no sugar added. G. Hughes is a sauce line that's available at Walmart, and they have great sugar-free sauces. Boar's Head is a great salad dressing alternative from Ranch. If you're still looking for that creamy salad dressing, it has about 3 grams of fat instead of 16 grams of fat that Ranch dressing has. So definitely next time you're at the supermarket, check out these heart healthy condiment options. So moving into barbecue season, we're gonna have barbecues, we're gonna have meat, we're gonna have all different things, but it's just good to know kind of what we're eating because it's easy to overconsume. And next thing we know, we've gained weight this summer and we don't know why. So I wanted to throw out there. I just did the nutrition facts for our common barbecue protein. So Hebrew National Frank is 150 calories, 12 grams of fat, but it is pretty salty at 19% daily value. A 4-ounce beef burger, I did an 80% lean, is around 200 calories, 14 grams of fat, and only 2 grams, 2% daily value sodium, and has a lot of protein. So we can see there, I feel like the beef burger is actually better than the Hebrew National, and you might even feel more full. Turkey burgers are a great alternative as well. They have 22 grams of protein, only 150 calories, so they're closer to that hot dog is, only 3 grams of saturated fat, but they're a little higher in sodium. And then lastly, I did throw in like a veggie burger option just because people do like those sometimes. We don't really recommend like the Impossible burgers or the Beyond Meat just because they have a ton of added oils and fat and processed ingredients. So you're better off just eating the real deal. But if it's like a religion thing, absolutely you could have the Impossible burger. It's about the same nutrition facts as a regular beef burger, just so you know. But the Boca Burger is great. It has 28 grams of protein, but it's a high salt choice. So you're seeing these percent daily values here. I always, say a jingle, 5 is fine, 20 is plenty, meaning 5% daily value is considered low sodium, 20% is considered high. So we're seeing this is around 19%. That's pretty high. This is 14. This is getting there. This is 33%. That's a very salty burger. So just be careful. And then the beef burger didn't have any. And of course, you could be adding sodium when you're making these, but this was just based what was online. So good to have variety and just know your choices when you're making them. Um, the barbecue option as well, of course, we need a bun. So lettuce wraps are always an option. However, they don't always hold up very well. So it's good to have options when it comes to your buns. The class, like in my family, it's the classic Martin's potato roll here. It's around 23 grams of carbs for one bun, 130 calories, 6 grams of protein, not a ton of sodium either. Oh, I had to sneeze. Okay, we're good. King's Hawaiian is another one. 140 calories, 24 grams of carbs. Pretty similar, a little bit more sugar, less protein, but overall pretty comparable. I've been loving the 647 brand of buns. I threw a picture there just in case you guys want to check them out at the store. My Stu Leonard's has been having them as well as the Lidl. The grocery stores that I've been to all have them. They have the bread, they have the burger bun, and the hot dog buns. They're only 80 calories. They're the same amount of carbs, but they do have 9 grams of fiber, so their net carb is much lower. Only 2 grams of sugar, 4 grams of protein, a little bit higher in the sodium, but still not bad. So that's probably my best choice this summer for you guys. Um, but you have options. And then people really enjoy the Dave's Killer bread, and I'm a big fan of their 70-calorie sliced bread. However, their buns are pretty much going to be the same. Yes, they're organic, so if you are looking for that, they're a great option. However, you can see they're more carbs than a regular like Martin's potato roll is. Less, a little bit more fiber, 1 gram, same amount of sugar, same amount of protein pretty much, and they have high salt. So I would just be mindful. I do like the flavor of these a lot. They're really tasty. So if you're just gonna have one, then it's fine. But just, know your options, know your choices. This is, my goal is to educate you guys to make the best choice for you. Um, and then side dishes, just be aware of, Bush's Original Baked Beans does have a lot of sodium, 24% for only half a cup. Um, Coleslaw is a great alternative as well. If it's homemade, that's even better, but it does have a lot of sugar because they add sugar to the mayo. So if you can find a low sugar recipe, that's great. Homemade potato salad is very salty for whatever reason. So just be very mindful with how much salt you're adding. And then corn on the cob can be a great choice. Corn is considered a starchy side. So if you're watching your carbs, you're diabetic, I would maybe do the 647 bun and then maybe a corn on the cob so you can have that extra carb there because it's about 32 grams of carbs, about 2 slices of bread. So just be mindful. These are some dietitian approved barbecue options. So these are all going to be linked. If you want the slides, I'll send them to you and they'll all be linked there. But if you just click on them, you'll be able to see them and they're awesome. We love all of these. This is the best ever black bean burger. Grilled shish kebabs are a nice way to add vegetables to your barbecue. Grilled skirt steak is very lean. Again, grass fed with the meat if possible. I've been doing Butcher Box this summer. It's basically delivery to your door of different grass-fed, free range protein options. They have salmon burgers, they have chicken thighs, they have chicken breasts, they have hot dogs, they have all these different things. So I've been liking that, and it takes time away from the grocery store for me. Some salads are a great option to fill your plate and follow that my plate. And then Amanda's been loving this feta mac and cheese. And you can even take it a step further and try it with Banza pasta for more protein and less fiber. Less carbs and more fiber. So check those out. Let's talk a little bit about beach or boat. So a lot of you guys go to the beach, or live near the beach, or you have boats, or you go down to Florida. So remember to try and swap out those hero rolls for lower carb alternatives like wraps or flatbreads. Um, if you're going to pack cold cuts, we do recommend low sodium nitrate free. Our favorite brands are Boar's Head and Applegate. Um, I'm a big chip person when it comes to like having a sandwich. I love like a little bag of chips. So having a mini bags of chips can be helpful instead of bringing the big bag because next thing we know, we kind of ate the whole thing. It's harder to portion. So that way, if you buy like the big box, excuse me, with the small bags, it's way better. And even ditch the chips and pack fresh fruit or veggies and dip for a snack. And we give you guys some dip options that are great. Bring lots of water. It's going to be a really hot summer, as we can see already. So staying hydrated to prevent dehydration. If you need to, you can pack one of those Ultima powders so that you feel hydrated, or the G0 if you're a Gatorade person. But remember the artificial sweeteners there. Sunscreen, that's a big one. We're just thinking heart health, but our skin health is important too. So make sure you wear sunscreen or have like a shirt guard or wear a t-shirt, wear a hat, wear sunglasses, get your umbrella so you don't get overheated. And then a great tip too is to bring a football, a frisbee, a kite, cornhole, can jam, that like slap ball. I don't remember. There's so many different ones out there that you can bring to the beach, and that keeps you active too. Play with the kids, build a sandcastle. Amanda loves to fly her kite, and that also like leads to conversation with other people. Oh, I love your kite. Oh, that's so cool. Blah blah blah. So it's just good to socialize instead of just laying there. And then you could also bring a floaty to tread water while boating. So if you're at a stop and the water's calm, get in there and tread water for 30 minutes. That's your workout for the day. So there's awesome options to think about. We just need to be conscious when we're boating or beaching it this summer. And then vacationing for a heart healthy diet. A lot of my patients, I just had someone this morning say, I'm going on vacation. I'm stressing because I've been losing weight, but I don't want to gain it all back on my summer vacay. So, you are likely burning a lot of calories when you are on vacation. Sometimes if you're going sightseeing or you're hiking or things. So let's say you're burning around 2,200 calories a day. That would mean that you would need to eat 2,200 calories plus 500 more calories every single day to gain a pound on your trip. So if you came home from your trip 5 or 10 pounds heavier on the scale, it's not likely that you ate 17,500 calories above your needs in a week. That would be an average of by about 4,800 calories a day. You might be, but you're probably not if you're really trying to be conscious. So, um, it's likely a lot of water weight that we are experiencing and hormonal shifts. So definitely, think about increasing your water when you get back. Don't get on the scale as soon as you get home. Take about 2 days to a week or two to just get back into your normal routine, and the weight should stay, be back into its normal spot. Um, watch your alcohol when you get back, things like that. So I always tell people, don't stress on vacation. Stress is just as bad for you as that, double bacon cheeseburger when it comes to heart health. So enjoy it. Don't stress about the food. Add in daily movement. Stay hydrated as much as you can. If you are going to drink responsibly. And remember that mindful eating. There's a video from last month all about this: eating slower, being present, eating with friends and family, not feeling guilty about our choices. Vacation is a time to unwind. And, people say, oh, I went to Europe and I ate all this pasta and I didn't gain any weight. It's because America, our food is trash. Well, that might be true. It's also you're not stressed. Your cortisol levels are low. So you're not storing all of that fat like you are when you're here and you're running around stressed out. So just enjoy yourself and take it easy. And remember, you did not lose, weight in a week. It will not You won't gain all the way back in a week and vice versa. All right. It's a journey. So just take it easy, be kind to yourself, and relax. You deserve it. And lastly, just some takeaways for exercise. I do encourage my patients to always stay physically active this summer. So take advantage of the nice weather. You all complain to me, "Oh, it's too cold, I can't walk." Well, now you're saying it's too hot. So which one is it? Go early in the morning, go in the evening after dinner when the sun's setting. It's gorgeous out this time of year. Enjoy it. Take your bike to the boardwalk or go for a walk with your partner or a friend or by yourself. Take your dog. If you're a gym person, make sure your gym has air conditioning this summer. Go at a time that it's not going to be super hot and sweaty for you. Get a buddy and go for a hike. There's a lot of great places here on Long Island as well as upstate. And then swim or tread water if you have joint issues. Get access to a pool, a lake, the ocean, anything you can do that's going to keep your center of gravity not as hard on your joints. The goal is 150 minutes per week of aerobic activity or 75 minutes per week of vigorous exercise. So that 150 minutes can be broken up however you want it to be. 30 minutes 5 days a week. It can really be whatever you want it to be. So just get it in, and your body will thank you for it, and your heart will thank you for it. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to give us a call, send an email. And then we are doing another webinar next month. It's all going to be about GERD and weight loss tips. So register through the link there. It's also on that Stony Brook website. Um, all right. Well, thank you for attending today. Hope everyone enjoys your summer, and I'll see you soon. Bye.